Saturday night in Rio de Janeiro delivered one of the most emotional and hard-fought battles in recent UFC memory. As former two-time flyweight world champion, Deiveson Figueiredo stepped back into the octagon to face rising American contender Montel Jackson in the co-main event of UFC Rio 2025 at the Farmácia Arena. The atmosphere was electric. Thousands of passionate Brazilian fans packed the arena, waving flags and chanting the name of their hometown hero, Deiveson. For Figueiredo, this wasn't just another fight. It was personal. Coming off back-to-back losses against Peter Yan and Corey Sandhagen, and battling through a knee injury that had cast doubt on his future, this was his chance to prove that Deus da Guerra, the god of war, was still alive and ready to rise again in the bantamweight division. The 37-year-old veteran looked calm but laser-focused during his walkout, while Montel Jackson, 33, entered the octagon carrying the momentum of a 6-fight winning streak, confident and hungry to make a name for himself by taking down a former world champion. As the bell rang for round 1, both fighters came out cautious but calculated. Figueiredo immediately began applying pressure, using feints and level changes to close the distance against Jackson's long reach. Known for his dangerous power and unpredictable striking, Deiveson lunged forward with looping right hands and flying knees that sent the crowd into a frenzy. Jackson tried to use his 7.5-inch reach advantage to keep Figueiredo at bay, throwing long jabs and straight punches, but the Brazilian timed his entries perfectly. Midway through the round, Figueiredo scored the first takedown of the fight, smoothly transitioning into half guard and landing several short elbows to the body and head. His control on the ground was dominant, classic Figueiredo, mixing patience with power. Jackson eventually worked his way back up, but the damage was done. The round ended with Deiveson landing a crisp right hand that snapped Jackson's head back, sealing the round in his favor and igniting the arena with chants and cheers. Moving into round 2, the pace picked up. Figueiredo came out strong again, using his explosive wrestling to drag Jackson back to the mat early. This time he advanced to the mount position, raining down ground and pound while the crowd screamed in approval. For a moment it looked like the fight might end there, but Jackson showed incredible composure, escaping the mount and getting back to his feet. That's when the momentum began to shift slightly. Jackson started finding his range, connecting with sharp 1-2s and making use of his jab to keep Figueiredo guessing. The American began to land some clean shots toward the end of the round, showing his resilience and fight IQ. But Deiveson's early dominance and takedown control once again gave him the edge on the judges' scorecards. By round 3, both fighters were visibly exhausted. Figueiredo's explosive movements had slowed down, while Jackson's footwork and accuracy began to take over. Jackson attacked with steady leg kicks, chipping away at Figueiredo's base and mixing in body shots. He also managed a brief takedown midway through the round, but Figueiredo quickly reversed the position and stood up, showing that he still had plenty of fight left in him. Both men traded short combinations in the clinch, neither able to land anything significant, as fatigue made every exchange look heavier and slower. The final horn sounded with both warriors throwing whatever energy they had left. It was a gritty, tactical, and emotionally charged fight, the kind of battle that reminds fans why they love this sport so much. As Bruce Buffer walked to the center of the octagon with the scorecards in hand, tension filled the air. The crowd fell silent for a split second before the announcement. The first judge scored the bout 29-28 for Jackson, the second scored it 29-28 for Figueiredo, and the third judge also gave it 29-28 for Figueiredo, declaring him the winner by split decision. The Farmácia Arena exploded with emotion. Figueiredo dropped to his knees, tears streaming down his face as he raised his hands toward the roaring crowd. It was a powerful image, a proud Brazilian champion reclaiming his confidence after months of doubt, pain, and criticism. In his post-fight interview, the emotional Figueiredo thanked his fans and dedicated the victory to his country. With tears in his eyes, he said, "I want to fight Merab. I know I have to work hard to get there, but that's my dream." He was referring, of course, to Merab Dvalishvili, the relentless Georgian champion who currently holds the UFC bantamweight title. The call-out was bold, but it showed Figueiredo's ambition and belief that he still belongs among the best in the world. Tonight's victory not only snapped his first-ever career losing streak, but also reminded fans of his warrior spirit and championship mindset. For Montel Jackson, the loss was a tough pill to swallow, but his performance proved that he's still a legitimate contender at 135 pounds. His reach, composure, and late-round striking gave Figueiredo plenty of problems, and many believe Jackson's best years are still ahead of him. With this win, Figueiredo improved his overall MMA record to 24-5-1 and 4-2 since moving up to bantamweight in 2023, while Jackson's record now stands at 9-2 in his last 11 UFC fights. In the end, this fight wasn't just about rankings or title contention. It was about resilience, redemption, and heart. Deiveson Figueiredo proved that no matter how many times you fall, what defines a true champion is the ability to rise again. In front of his home crowd in Rio, the God of War rose once more, silencing the critics and reigniting his dream to wear gold again. The bantamweight division has been officially warned. Deiveson Figueiredo is back, and he's coming for the throne.